I don't want to cry. I feel like I'm gonna cry. 2025 was a year that refused to perform. This was a year that simply asked to be endured, so I have no neat recap for you. I have no appetite for reinvention, no glossy manifesto to offer. This year resisted polish. It was uneven, private, and at times quietly brutal, but it was honest in its refusal to perform. It taught me what mattered by stripping away what didn't. I learned that endurance doesn't always look heroic. It looks like getting up anyway, like doing the work even when the work doesn't love you back, like choosing steadiness over spectacle. Some days progress looked like a weekend in the Catskills, just trees and silence and my own thoughts finally catching up to me. Other days it looked like being in the big city of New York, where there's conference tables and black cars and city noise and meetings and conversations about futures and brand deals. But somewhere in between, I'm learning to just find myself again, not louder, just clearer. I don't need this to be a year of reinvention, because there's a particular exhaustion in being human. There's an expectation that you will endure without suffering. And sometimes we do what was required. Sometimes we'll work, sometimes we'll keep things moving, we'll make ourselves useful. And still, sometimes a year like 2025 can reveal how fragile stability can be, how quickly what you build can thin or disappear. Sometimes the failures aren't dramatic. Sometimes they live in the quiet pressure to just keep glowing in moments no one names, and the understanding that survival often looks like composure. So, if you're waiting for a breakthrough, this might not be that story. But if you want to learn how to carry your life with integrity, even quietly, you're in the right place, and I'm so happy to say that the podcast is back. Somewhere in the in-between, we will find our voice again. Not louder, just clearer. Welcome back to the vlogs, guys. I missed you. Hi guys, welcome back to the first vlog of 2026. I feel like I have so much to just kind of update you guys on, because I feel like we're finally fully getting settled into the apartment, especially for the new year, and I feel like I want my content to just be significantly more intentional. I've been getting a lot of comments on TikTok and Instagram about how are you styling your outfits, and can you give me a breakdown? I feel like I need to do more of that. I feel like I actually need to. Podcast is back live again, which makes me so happy because I am gonna try to be consistent. It's so crazy because after I posted the last 2 episodes, I was like, okay, I really need help with this. I don't know why I'm so delusional in believing that I can do content, edit my podcast, and edit YouTube, and do various other stuff at the same time as doing this. And this year specifically, I promised myself that I would start doing hobbies because I'm turning 30, y'all. I'm turning 30 on January 31st, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to graduate from my 20s because it has been tough. Last year was so tough, and so I'm just really, really excited, and I cannot believe this is actually going to be my 4th year. No, this is my 3rd year of doing content creating full time, which is crazy, right? We haven't actually known each other that long. Like, we're basically like still toddlers in a way. It's just kind of crazy. I feel like for 2026, you know, I wanted to kind of like give you guys like a little bit of a pep talk because I have posted on my Substack. I wrote a Substack about I wrote a Substack about like how like this 2025 was really tough, and how a lot of us probably felt like we weren't doing enough because we weren't able to achieve every goal that we wanted. But let's be realistic, y'all. Last year was so hard. There were so many things going on in the world. There was so many things. Like, we were just so aware of like how people are struggling. We were aware of what's going on in Palestine, you know. So for me, at least, it was very difficult for me to like just wake up and kind of be happy because this stuff does weigh on my spirit. This stuff does weigh on me. You know, there's brands that like I just won't even work with because of what's going on in the world and in their support of life. And it's like, it doesn't matter what race you are, what color you are, what affiliation you are. It's about people. That's another conversation. But I feel like I'm like finally on the other side of things where I can actually show up and talk to you guys and be your big sister, little sister, or your favorite cousin, whatever. I will take whatever you guys want to give me at this point. But how are you doing? I think that's like my thing. Like, how is everybody doing? Like, how is 2026 starting for you guys? Because I want to know, and like I want you guys to let me know what more content that you want. I will tell you guys what I've been up to though. I've actually started working out consistently. And another thing that I did, I don't know if you guys watched or listened to my previous podcast, but I did actually finally see a psychiatrist. I've been going to therapy off and on for some time now, and therapy's always been great, but my therapist always like suggested that maybe like I should talk to a psychiatrist about having ADHD. And like I said, Black people, we be like, I ain't getting no damn ADHD, I ain't got no damn ADHD. Like, that's just how we operate. Black, brown, people of color, that's just how we operate. And so I recently started Vyvanse, and I do it whenever I have a busy day. Like today I'm actually on it because I knew I was going to record, but I do whenever I have like a very busy day. And it is just so like, I don't know, it's just like, the first day I took it, I almost started crying because I didn't have any brain fog and I didn't feel overwhelmed. Like opening up my camera sometimes would feel overwhelming. Just even getting through my day-to-day felt overwhelming. Like just waking up sometimes to start the day felt very overwhelming for me. And I couldn't describe that feeling, that trapped feeling of like, okay, like I feel like everything is in gray. Like I feel like I wake up and everything is in gray. I'm struggling to just get up and get through my day. And so like actually admitting I needed help was something that was very difficult for me to admit, right? And so I was like talking to like my husband about it, and I was talking to like my sister. When my sister came and stayed with me for 2 weeks, she like clocked and she was like, Janelle, like I love you, but like you are like kind of like very forgetful, like, you know, and like not in a way that's normal. And like, you know, being around someone that wasn't my husband and seeing like how they were picking up on like me not being as savvy or as sleek as I usually am, because I am pretty savvy and sleek. I feel like the last 2 years were like really tough for me because I was becoming so overwhelmed with my work. And like a big reason why I closed down the office, and I'm happy that I did, was because I was getting very overwhelmed. And I also feel like it was no longer in alignment with what God had for me, which is kind of hard to convey. Like, you know, some people will say, oh, walking away from your business is like a failure, or closing down your business is a failure. And it wasn't that. I feel like that was one of the most radical things I could have done for myself. And I feel like if you are in between careers or changing a job or doing something different, I just really hope this touches you, because it's like there's no point in doing something that is no longer or not in alignment with who you are. I had a lot of good moments, a lot of good memories, but it's so crazy because since I've moved to New York, you guys, like I've had so many opportunities. Like, I'm with a new manager now, and I love my manager. She actually like got me a meeting with like the Alicia Keys team, like Solo 101. I'm being dramatic. It wasn't Solo 1. It was like 2 other creators, but I thought it was going to be an event, which was crazy. So I got to go do that, and I met with the entire Elf Cosmetics team, and that was great. And like, I'm starting to be more consistent with my content on TikTok and Instagram, and I was getting so in my head. I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like I'm really struggling because like my content isn't getting like 100,000 views like I'm used to, and it's not doing this. And like, when I was talking to her on the phone, she's like, I don't care about your views, I care about your consistency, your quality. So being in alignment with someone that cares more about like my essence and more about like my brand, opposed to like just trying to get 1 million views, that feels good, because it's almost like I'm being called back to myself. And I just like want to just be as transparent about like where I have been. So I will say, like, last year I was really depressed. Like, you know, I feel like I've been depressed most of my life, and I think I've always kept myself busy to not feel that depression. And I think it's because of like circumstances. I think it's because of upbringing. We've already talked about this. There's a lot of things that have just happened in my life, and I think my favorite thing about 2025 was actually getting close to my sister again, and you're going to see her a lot in the vlogs. Being close with my sister has completely like, it's completely changed my entire life in the best way possible. And she's actually on like next week's episode, well, this upcoming week's episode, and I do have to edit that, but like, being close with my sister again, it's just like, I don't know, I get chills when I think about it, because that was the thing that was missing in my life, you know? And this year I said to myself that I really want to like try to like, you know, prioritize like fixing things in my family and healing things in my family, because it's been so long, and I think we're all in different places and we've all been working on ourselves. So that's pretty transparent for the most part. For 2026, I don't think I have a lot of New Year's resolution. I think I just want to be consistent with what God has given me, because I feel like you have to meet God in the middle. I think sometimes we want things to change for us, but we also have to realize we have to meet God in the middle. Like, if you want something different, if you want something better, we have to meet God in the middle. And that means showing up and doing what you need to do for yourself. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help if something is wrong mentally. Don't be afraid to like just admit that and say that and feel that, because I know it's scary. And I think when you do that, you're no longer allowing yourself to be a victim to your circumstances. I have always struggled with like being someone that is very much like, I'm in my head a lot, and I hold a lot of things in. I don't always say how I feel, which is something that I struggle with. So I don't always say how I feel. So I lie. I don't want to say I lie and carry it, but I feel like I carry it very well. I feel like I carry things in pain very well. I think I do a very great job of like carrying my burden. And I feel like this last year was like, nah, girl, you're tapped out. And I feel like content was slow. I feel like business was slow. There were so many changes, and when it was happening at the time, I was like, why is this happening? This doesn't make any sense. But it's like, now that I'm coming out of it, all of it had to happen for a reason. You know, like sometimes like the career change has to happen. Sometimes the relationship has to end. Sometimes you have to make a fool out of yourself for things to get better. And I feel really good to just finally be on the other side of that and to show up in a completely different way. And I feel like turning 30 is like just so exciting for me, because I spent so much of my 20s just trying to figure myself out and getting to know myself, and grieving publicly and bleeding privately as well too, that now I'm just like, just don't care as much anymore. Like, I don't care about doing anything that I want to do. I just don't want to do anything that I'm not having a good time doing, if that makes sense. Like, and that means like, I'm not going to go out of my way if I don't want to. And that doesn't make me a bad person. It just means that I have boundaries, you know? So that's just like, I think that's like what I wanted to say to you guys. But it's been quite transformative. And I think the number one thing that I want to be is more consistent with my content. So we are posting the podcast on here, so please be sure to like it and do everything. Another thing too is like I still have like a good amount of time on my lease here, like basically like another like year or so, and so I do plan to buy a house within the next 6 months. That's like my goal, and I know we can make it happen. I know exactly where I want to buy a home. I do want to buy a home in Austin. We went out there like I want to say during Thanksgiving break to look at some places, like some properties and stuff, and I do want a house out the way, like in the country. I'm also like starting a class on Monday, which is, I'm really nervous about it. I won't say what it is until I'm ready to, but like I'm like starting a hobby that I've shelved for a long time again. So it's like a 10-week course thing, and like I'm really nervous and excited, and like I can't wait. And even though like even since I've started this course, I've been noticing that like a lot of opportunities have been coming up around this course. So I am really excited. And one more thing too, oh my god. I've been working on another book. I've been like holding that one in. Well, I haven't been holding it in. I've been working on another book. Well, 2 books actually. These are both of them. And I actually printed them out because we're going to start like editing. These are like the first like 60 pages of each book. And so that's another one of my goals this year, is to actually like publish something. And like I think maybe I could read you guys like a little bit, just a tiny bit. If you don't want to listen to this, you can skip it. Okay, so this is like just like the intro, whatever it's called. This book is for the children, now adults, forged in the houses that devoured their childhoods and spit them out still burning. For most of us, pain is proof that we're still breathing, even as it takes pieces of us to keep itself alive. To be brilliant while bleeding is a strange inheritance, a hand around the throat, steady and unfamiliar, tightening each time we dare to rise. So this book is literally like a collection of essays, and I feel like you guys are going to be so shook. I do want to try to get this published by the end of the year, but I think you guys are going to be so shook when you actually read it, because it is so like, I feel like when you hear some of the stories, you're going to be like, Janelle, that's some ghetto shit. I feel like when you hear it, you're going to be like, Janelle, I cannot believe that you did that, or Janelle, I can't believe that happened, because I feel like it's so funny, because some people be like, Janelle, like, I am an onion, okay? Like, I am the friend, like, if you call and you say something happened, I'm like, where are we hiding the body? Like, that's just how I am. So I really am so excited to like share this with you guys, and like that's been like a big goal of mine for this year, is to start writing and actually publish books. This book right here that I have right here, I've been working on this book since I was 13 years old, and it's just it's a cute little book. It's cute and warm and cuddly, and like I hope to do something with that soon. So yeah, let's get into the vlogs. I do need to show you guys some of the updates and things that I recently got around the apartment. I think this is just going to be probably like a cozy home vlog today. Yeah, so let me just show you guys some of the stuff that I got here in the place, and welcome back to the vlogs. That was a nice little intro. Okay, so one of my recent purchases was actually this lamp that I got. It's from Home Goods, believe it or not, because this area of my kitchen, my dining room, is really dark, like super dark. And so I think just incorporating more of these wood elements into the house is really important to me. And then I did like this like little simple tablescape, but I plan to do something a little bit different here. I need to go buy a stool from Home Goods because I need to put that by the TV, because there is like no light, and then we have like no like fixture or anything, so it's just all about lamps right here. Okay, so the bedroom, you guys know, so I'm obsessed with my bed. I still need to get like a stand right here, but I ended up going to Home Goods. I got these 2 pillows right here. I love the texture, I think they're cute, and I wanted to add some layers of blue. And we already have this. Remember, I purchased this in Dallas, and then this is also from Dallas. These 2 together were about $1,400. I know, insane, but it's so worth it. This is probably one of the best beds I've ever bought. This one was $500 and it's more comfortable than our $6,000 mattress. And I'll definitely add it to like my LTK and my links. I'll put it like down below. This is like another piece that I got. I don't know what I want to do with this, but it has those hints of blue. So I think I might put them like in the bedroom somewhere. But this is like just like the vibe right now with what we're going with. I do think I want to show you guys some recent purchases that I've purchased too, because you guys really like those when I include those in the vlogs. So I think I'm gonna actually do that right now. Okay, so some of like the stuff that I've recently gotten in PR has been phenomenal. Like, let's get into it. This is the PR part. So Fenty actually sent me these shoes. I think they're really cute. I made a video about them on TikTok, and someone goes, University of Miami, that's my school. I started cracking up. I said, okay, not the Miami, but they're really cute. I wore these already, and then we also have this pair too that I plan to wear. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday. I kind of want to go to the beach, but I think this could be really fun. I do need to do some online shopping for my 30th birthday because I do want to go somewhere warm. But this is like some PR that I got. Another like PR gift that I got was actually this from Say Beauty. Y'all know how I feel about Say Beauty. Like this like little teddy bear is so cute, and I have a bunch of their bags, to be honest. I think I'm probably going to do a giveaway, but I will definitely be keeping this one. I like that it has this like really cute and just like nice brush set like this. We actually got to go with my sister. I'll probably try to insert a clip. I took her to the Say headquarters to meet with Patrick, and he works there, and he's so nice. But this is really cute. I like this a lot. Okay, so another PR package that I got was from this brand called Strathberry. They sent me this really nice bag. I was gonna give it to my sister, but I think I'm gonna actually keep it. It's so cute. I think it's just like so luxe and just so nice. Hold on, let me show it to you really quick. Look at that. That is stunning, you guys. Just look at that. And like the quality is so nice with that material. So smells so good. I can just see this with just like a cute fit like this. It's so fab. I love it. I really do love it. I think I might actually try to style that and wear that somewhere this week, or probably for fashion week. Okay, so those are just like the fun stuff. I don't really want to show you like all like the makeup and stuff because I feel like that can get repetitive. That's just like fashion. You guys know I love fashion, and I kind of want to show you guys the stuff that I actually purchased with my own money that I got. So let's get into that. I am so obsessed with this jacket that I got from Joa. It's so cute. Let me try it on for you. Joa is like one of my favorite stores in Dallas, and I've had a couple of you guys say that like you went there because I made a post. And what's so funny is like when I was in Dallas for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, I always go to Joa whenever I'm back in town, and literally I stopped by her place 2 times and she wasn't there, and I was already gonna plan to go and buy some stuff anyway because she stocks up seasonally, so nothing she has is ever the same. So I literally am on my way to Joa, and I get there and it's closed, and literally 2 days later the owner messages me and she goes, "Hey Janelle, can you please come by?" Mind you, I've never told the woman I do content. She goes, "I have something for you." You guys, I get to her shop and she has a nice gift card for me. She's like, it's not a lot. It was like a nice $100 gift card. It meant the world. She has a nice gift card for me. She also like has like these really cute coasters for me and a couple of other items. And she literally was like, "I just wanted to say thank you because I had no idea you did content, and you made a video about my shop like sometime last year, and we've had so much clients and clientele come in because of that." And she's like, "And I appreciate you never asking for anything free." And honestly, it made my day. It made my day so much, because I do feel like as a content creator, I am not entitled to free things because I make content, especially like asking like a new business to do something like that is crazy. So like when she said that to me, it just kind of blew my mind. And I was like, thank you so much, because to be loved is to be seen, and to just be gifted like a gift card from one of my favorite brands, phenomenal. But this is a jacket that I actually purchased from her. It's so cute, y'all. Look at the details of it. It looks like something vintage. She does go to Korea to buy all of her materials and all of her products and all of her clothing, so she sources it herself. I just think this is just so fab. It's so good, you guys. Like, I can't even begin to explain it. Another thing that I ended up purchasing from Joa was this super cute hat. I feel like you guys have probably seen me wear this, but you know it gets super cold in New York, so I thought this was just really cute to have. I think it's just so nice. So I got this too. I love it. And then I also ended up buying like these super chic pants. I'll try to like insert like a little clip, but like this is like what they look like. They have like these like bottoms at the end. I think they're just so cute. They kind of flare. It's so funny because I saw them and she had them on. I was like, oh my god, I love those, and I tried them on. They're so nice. But I ended up buying this from Joa. Another item that I recently bought, you guys have seen me wear this a million times. Like, just act like you haven't seen it before. It's been a while, but I'm just showing you some of my favorite purchases that I made. Is this leather jacket. This is actually the viral Zara jacket, and it is worth every single penny, if I'm being honest. I just think it's so cute. It's so fun. It's super stylish. I mean, look at that. If I can get this to go. Ah, come on. Yeah, this is it. So cute. Look at that. And then I have to show you. My sister was telling me about this store called Menier d'Ivoire or something. And these were like the pants that I ended up getting. They are, y'all, this outfit is crazy. They're long too. They go all the way down to the bottom. I just really like the style of them. I do need to get a tripod so I can start doing on try-ons. Like, I'm kind of annoyed, but this is like what they look like. Let me see if I can back up all the way. Cute, love it. And the best for last is this leather jacket, you guys. Look at that. This is so fucking nice. Like, this is so fucking nice. This jacket was $275. It literally looks like it cost $3,000. I'm not even kidding. Like, okay, listen. I don't want y'all to be like, oh, $275, that's I just, hear me when I say this. If it's below $500, I'm buying it. That's just how I feel. Like, I feel like when we start getting the $500 is when I'm like, okay, I have to think about it. But I feel like I'm about to be 30, so like, I like expensive. I'm just an expensive girly. So like, I feel like for this to be, I think, wait, hold on, I could be wrong. Let me stop. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong about the price. She was up there, but y'all, look at this. Like, the structure, the sleeves, everything, it looks so good on. And those pants I just showed you, I would like to wear them with that. I think I'm gonna try to save it because this is such a good outfit. It needs to be photoed, it needs to be taken pictures of, and it needs that element. You know what I'm saying? It needs it. It's just too good to not have it. It's too fucking good to not have it. Those are like all of like the fun little like items and stuff that I've gotten, to be honest. And like, I feel like I need to like I think I'll probably do this like at some point, probably tonight, because I feel like I need to do like a skincare breakdown of everything that I've been using because my skin has never looked better. I think what I'm gonna do now is like, I have some other stuff that I need to do. I do need to shoot some content, and I do need to like do like a home update because I'm trying to post as much as I can on Instagram and TikTok, trying to be as consistent. So I'm gonna record some vlogs and some videos around the house and stuff, but I'll be back in a little bit. I'm so excited to be back with vlogs. I need to invest in a tripod. I just ordered one on Amazon, but we did a home goods run, and I want to show you what I got because, like I told you, there isn't like much like light in this apartment. Not in a bad way. It just needs lamps. So we actually picked this up from Home Goods. It's cute, I like it. And it has like, it's kind of heavy. It has this like really nice top like that. And then we have this lamp right here that we've had for some time now. We actually had this in our old place and we've never just like actually used it. So the plan is to put it right here. But I kind of don't like it in this corner. I kind of want to move it to the other corner.
Am I getting for you?
Yeah, I feel like this makes sense.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
And then this light right here. Goes right here.
Oh. In there.
Kind of like what the setup looks like So this is kind of what the setup looks like right now. About to order some light bulbs from DoorDash to put them right here. And then on this side of like the credenza, I just kind of want it to be filled. I don't know how to explain it. So you already know this is from CB2. There's a Home Good candle, some books. This is like the prettiest PR package that Edom has like ever sent, to be honest. And then we just have some books here. Let me just say this. It don't matter what's going on in your life. There ain't nothing like a fresh shower. Like, whew, it's that time of the month for me today, and like, she wants war. She wants war. This is like a long overdue update because we do need to do an update. I don't have like an actual light in here, but I kind of want you guys to see my skin if it ever focuses. This is just like what we're working with. Like, I feel like my skin is just looking so good in comparison to like a long time. So my favorite thing has been the Rice Replenishing Milk Toner. This is Korean skincare and this is very black girl, brown girl friendly. I've just noticed a huge difference, especially with my pores and just also the hyperpigmentation. I think the reason why I like Korean skincare so much is because they really do prioritize skin barrier. And like, that's like what I always say, like as a black woman, you have to be so careful, or even as a brown woman, you have to be so careful with the retinols you use because they can be the most damaging for your skin. So after I let that dry, usually I'll go in with the Shani Darden retinol. This is from a black esthetician. This stuff is a 10 out of 10. I've been using it for 2 years and I've noticed a huge difference. You're not supposed to use it every single day. You're supposed to use it 3 times a week, but you're supposed to gradually increase. We already used her yesterday, so we're going to put her on ice because we don't need her today. The skin is skin. And then another product that I like to use is this rescue serum. You do it 3 times a week. We used this yesterday, so we're not using her today, and she is phenomenal. Also Shani Darden. So usually after I like do like the glow recipe, not the glow recipe, usually after I do the juice on toner, I then like to go in with my Shani Darden peptide, which is really great for skin barrier. I feel like there's so many brands trying to do peptides right now, and I feel like the person that I know was using it before everybody else was Shani Darden, and then we started seeing it in Rhode and things like that. Shani Darden does some of our favorite, celebrities, I'm having a brain fart. She does a lot of like our favorite celebrities facials. Like she does Kelly Rowland's, Shay Mitchell, just to name a few, but it's just like so hydrating. Like I love the way that feels so much. And it's pretty simple at night, and then in the morning when I wake up, usually what I'll do is I'll reapply the hydration peptide, and then I'll just do a sunscreen like this one. Y'all already know how I feel about Edom. Edom is like one of my favorite. I feel like this is a big reason why I don't break out as much or have flare-ups, because of the Edom. And what I mean by that is like Edom is like, this is their Mommy Wada Ultra Calming Mist. Brought this with my own money. This is like hand sanitizer for your face. So it just cleans off any impurities. Like if you're on a plane, I don't believe in doing your skincare on a plane. I think that's disgusting. I think it's gross. But when you're on a plane and say like because of the air and so many people in this small compartment, I usually would just take this and spray it on. They have one that's Tower too. Towers is a really good one too, but this is the SOS, and I hand to God, you guys, this stuff has been a big reason as to why like I feel like I don't have as many breakouts, because I do use it like after my makeup almost every single time. So it's just like, let me show you. Like it gives you that kind of glass skin, if you know what I'm talking about. When I went to like the e.l.f. team to meet with like Alicia Keys' team and products, one thing they gave me was this Keys Soul Care. I've used it two times. It's the golden cleanser and it has these affirmations on the back. It's really, really, really nice. I can tell by the consistency, it's so great. And I do trust Alicia Keys. I know like celebrity brands can be really weird because it's like it's a damn celebrity. But Alicia Keys, like I feel like because she's always just done natural skin and has been one of the first people to not wear makeup on the red carpet, I do trust it. But I do think for 2026, I feel like I feel like I've always prioritized my skincare, but I'm also just trying to prioritize like everything. Like it's like you're not gonna put makeup on a pig and then say like it's not a pig, it's still a pig, right? So for me at least, it's like I don't want to just like be doing my skincare and doing this. I want it to be in every aspect of my life where it's like diet, workout, things like that. So like prioritizing that has been really important, and like my skincare is super simple right now, and these are things that I swear by. Like even when I get PR from some brands, I'm just like, girl, I don't even know if I actually want to, I don't know if I want to use that. I've also been using the Sacred Drops specifically for my braids. I went to a hairstylist in New York. She was super cool. She's so funny. She made a comment. She's like, I feel like it's a placebo effect. She literally said that, and I was just like, you know what, you might be right, but I will say this, these drops have grown my edges back. Like they are growing my edges back like crazy. I don't know what kind of crack Beyonce put in them, but they work really, 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 really well. So like just prioritizing scalp massages and, you know, doing things that I really wanted to do. Also, like I had got this like really cool opportunity today, and I feel like I guess I can tell you what it was for, but it was for an espresso like commercial shoot thing, and it wasn't gonna be for brand, it was for something else, and like the pay was so low. And I kept saying like maybe I should do it for the experience and everything, but like the pay was just so low. I was like, I just can't even, like me and my manager even talked about it. I was like, I can't even. It came into the inbox, and I feel like I've been getting a lot of emails for stuff like that, to be honest. Like just a lot of emails, like just with like stuff outside of content, which is really cool. But I do just like want it to like, I feel like I'm getting them for a reason. That's what I'm gonna say. I feel like I'm getting these things for a reason. Like getting like an espresso commercial like thing is like for a reason. Like that's pretty cool. I've had like some other opportunities happen. That's been pretty cool. But like none of them have like actually like just been like fully like fitting. But I do think, this is how I feel. I do think that God like will present things to you, and it's like weird because I mentioned that that's something that I might want to start doing, is like getting into commercial work and stuff, or like I don't even want to say like modeling or anything, but like I have like thought about like people have mentioned to me a couple times that I should consider curve modeling or like even athleisure wear modeling, which is something that I have thought about. I just like never just really thought that like I'm someone that could do it. I don't know, y'all. It's not like I'm like insecure. It's just like I just don't ever no, I'm not gonna say that because I can see myself doing that. That's bullshit. But it's just like I feel like this year I really want to like prioritize having like more opportunities like that. And like since I've been in New York, it's just kind of insane because it's like I'm not really doing anything. I'm just here, and like the amount of opportunities I've gotten has been kind of crazy. Like there's been like a couple of management companies like outside of like influencing for sure that have reached out to me, and I feel like because it's like a completely different career, that's been really great. And I haven't even been like shooting my shot. So now I'm just kind of like, okay, I feel like God is like preparing me for something or showing me something. And I think something great is going to happen. Like I feel it in my spirit. I feel comfortable sharing these things. I know some people are like, keep things to yourself. I do believe in that, but I also believe in God. And so I don't think anything that's for me, I don't think anything could get in the way of that, to be honest. I used to think like that, but I feel like if you feel that way, you know. But I don't think I'm like oversharing. I think I'm just kind of giving you like a synopsis. But that is like my nighttime routine. Oh, another thing too. Oh my gosh. You guys. He's in the other room. My husband always steals my chapstick. Like, there's this chapstick that I get, y'all, and it's so good. And like, I have to order it. I have to order it online to get here. And I literally, this is fucked up to say, I do hide them, and he always finds them. Why is it not the cup holder? Well, I am just gonna go to the room. I'm gonna edit. Actually, I'm not gonna go to the room. I'm gonna heat up some food and eat because I'm hungry, and then I'm going to sit on my computer because I do need to edit some stuff. I'm so tired. Today just wiped me, you know?
Something else. You should trade in for like an Apple Watch or something.
I want a new iPad. I want an iPad with a keyboard. I want the iPad with a keyboard because my iPad is so like, if I'm being honest, like my actual computer, like the MacBook Pro, that thing is heavy. So like when I'm trotting through that in New York City, I'm like, this is not,
You talking about, you can add the keyboard to your iPad that you already have, right?
Dang, you're right, I can't. I didn't even think about that. I should probably
It's not really, that's what they really do. Like, it's no iPad that just comes with it, they just add it to it.
Dang, I should just go to the Apple store right now and go do that.
You should just go get one, and they have like different colors.
You don't think I should get a new iPad?
Get that iPad, that one that moves and push. I feel like a lot of my best videos are shot on my iPad.
You think so?
I don't have my iPad no more. You should go get that one out.
Good morning, y'all. How'd you sleep? I'm kidding. You're still watching this vlog. I know that. I hope you can't hear the construction outside because they are working on some stuff. And I'm going to be very transparent with y'all. I am going to look like this the entire day because this is day 2 of my period. And I did not sleep well at night. I don't know, maybe we have the same period symptoms, but like my symptoms is insomnia. Like when I get my period, I can't sleep. Like I cannot sleep. I get like a migraine. I don't really have cramps that much, but I get a really, really bad migraine. So it's just, I don't know. Like, I think I'm a little bit in my feels because Luke left. He went back to Texas for some work stuff, and usually we'll travel together. So like I had to stay because I have a bunch of stuff here in New York that I have upcoming and coming up. I was planning on like going to Tribeca today and doing some shopping, but it's literally at 16 degrees outside, and that just does not sound like a good time for me. It doesn't. And then tomorrow there's going to be a snowstorm. So I think today is going to be like a home vlog because I do have a lot of work that I need to do. Like I have so much editing that I need to do, but it just feels like, I don't know, like I feel like, I don't want to say I feel lonely here, because I do feel alone a lot, but it's just so different when you have been with someone since you're 20 years old and like they just aren't here, you know? Like I've been sleeping next to Luke every night for like the last 8 years. That's insane. Like we did like long distance for 2 years, so it's just different. Like we travel together, we do everything together, things like that. But he'll be back soon, and then I'm really excited because my sister's gonna come for a New York Fashion Week to go to all of the fun events with me and everything. But it's just different, to be honest. Moving to New York for like my career was like just such like a big thing, and I didn't think that I would get in my head a lot about it because I was just like, I don't know. I guess a lot of times I didn't think I was worth it. And I think, to be quite fair, I feel like I am someone that is so used to like being there for other people and doing what other people want without even realizing I was doing it. So like actually choosing myself was hard, and like my husband being like, okay, if you want to move to New York, let's just do it. And he did the same thing when it came to me moving to California. He was like, if you want to move to California, let's just do it. And it's so crazy because we were supposed to move to California, and I kept talking us out of it. Like, I don't know why I was getting in so my head, because I have such big dreams, like really big dreams. And since I've been here, there's just been like opportunities that have been coming up. Nothing has like followed through yet, but I think what's coming in my inbox is kind of insane to me, which I said earlier in the vlog. So moving to New York to like fulfill a lot of the things that I want, like I really am grateful that I have a community around me that supports me. So we have our 6-month rental in Texas right now, and the lease is going to be up pretty soon. So we are always going to have this apartment in New York, but within the next 6 months, we do want to buy a house. And I've already talked to you guys about this. I'm so tired of renting. I can't do it anymore. I hate it so much. And basically, Luke will be migrating like all of his business to New York too, which is great. And so when we buy our home like in Austin, I think it's just going to be just chill for us to just be out in the country somewhere and then come to the city whenever we want to, which is a huge blessing. And I feel like because sometimes I have all of these goals, I do put a lot of pressure on myself. And I was talking to like my sister and like Luke about this and stuff. It's like sometimes like, this is just transparent, me being transparent. Sometimes if I feel like a post isn't doing well enough, I have a tendency to archive it, which is really bad. So transparent with you guys right now because, woo. And I'm really happy I have the manager that I have now, because she doesn't really care about me going viral. She cares about my consistency and quality. And so I'm trying something new, which is kind of scary. And I'm still getting decent views, but it's not like my 100K, 200K, because I'm basically doing a rebrand, and rebrands take time. And whenever like the rebrand isn't like, whenever I'm not seeing those results quick, I financially get in my head. But what's so crazy is like God always shows up for me financially. Like literally, I was like literally just chilling, and I was like, I hate paying my Amex. Every time I get my Amex bill, I'm like, ooh, girl. So I ended up paying my Amex off, and my savings account is a really big thing for me. And I was like, if my savings account drops to like a certain number, I get really upset. And it won't even be anything crazy. I'm just type A. And literally like right when I paid it, I had like another deposit come in, which is such a blessing. And then I got a call from my manager basically saying, hey, we have another brand deal. And so I feel like just I'm going into January very, very strong, and like already like basically pocketing over 20K in brand deals just for this month. I feel really happy because I've never had a January like this before. Like I've had great months, but I've never had a January that was like over like $20,000, like $25,000, which is like amazing. And we're not even done. Like it's January 16th right now. So like I'm just like excited to see what's gonna happen. And so I have to remind myself that like, okay, like you're like, God is still looking out for you, and to not be so like results driven, and to just actually have fun being a creative again. And so I am really trying to prioritize that. So with that, I'm actually like putting myself like kind of like on a detox where like I'm posting and then I'm getting off, because I feel like I can obsess over like the results from a financial aspect, which I think is like a trauma response. And I don't know, y'all, there's just been like a lot of stuff that's been going on in like my personal life that like I do want to be more open about, especially like with my family and stuff. Like, you know, I do have a family member right now that's like not doing really well, and that's been kind of tough. I don't want to cry. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry. It's just tough. And so sometimes I do feel like I have like a lot of like financial pressure on myself, because I've said to you guys numerous times, like I don't come from anything, to be honest. And it's a lot of weight. It's just a lot of weight. You know, there's so many things that I just can't explain it. So like I feel like when like it comes to like content, or like when it comes to like some of the things that I've experienced publicly, like online last year, that was just a lot for me, because it wasn't about like what was being said or what was happening. It had more to do with the simple fact that I have people that I love, and I have people that really need me because they have no other resources. And that's just the truth. And I find myself being really hard on like myself all the time. Not because it's like I'm a perfectionist and I need it to be perfect, I need to be this famous person and all this different stuff. It's not that. It's just because like there are people in my life that I love so badly that I do want to save and help, because they deserve it. They deserve it. Like it just is what it is. Like they deserve it, you know. And so sometimes like attacks don't make sense. They can just be really hard and really unfair. But I'm learning to just really like process that grief, and I'm just learning to like really just trust God and just let it be. Because if you allow your anxiety to leak over into like every part of your life, it's just going to be this non-stop roller coaster that you're going to be on. And I just like don't want to do that to myself. Like I don't want to live my life on the cusp of that. You know, it's hard. I feel like I can't ever really fully just like express who I am to people, because I've always like felt really different in that way. Like I feel like, you know, a lot like I just have a lot on my shoulders. That's all I have to say. And so I'm learning how to like love myself in this new way, and it's exciting, and I'm excited about it. But that was just a lot. That was so much. But I do need to edit, and I am going to actually close the vlog here. I will be back, because it's like I do have a lot of stuff that I need to do today, and I really want to get back to putting out content. I think our next vlog is going to be really different. I'm really excited because a lot of you guys have been telling me that you want more content of me talking about financial stability. Some of you guys have told me you want more content of me talking about like style and dressing chic and stuff, and like I really appreciate that. I love the compliments around my outfits. Like someone, like there's been multiple comments where someone had commented and they said to me, they're like, Janelle, like, can you just like give a play-by-play of like how you create like your looks? And I was like, dang, this could be really fun for me to do, because I don't really feel like, I feel like I can just kind of pull from like whatever my mood is. So like I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna make a video about that too. But I just want to say I love you guys so much, and thank you guys so much for just being here all the time and just supporting me and just loving me. And I will see you guys in our next vlog. Have a wonderful Friday. Well, it's not Friday. What's today? It is Friday for me, but I might post this a little bit different for y'all. But I love you guys. That was just a lot of talking, a lot of emotions. That was just too much. And I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Please be sure to subscribe. Bye.